My name is Karen Van, and I have almost 25 years of experience in the field of education. My first year in teaching, I was teaching 3rd grade, and we were reading along. The children were doing fairly well, and we came to the word reservation. I was really shocked that none of the students could decode the word. First it was one child, and then it was another, and then I realized none of these students could decode the word reservation. Now, these children were 3rd graders, so they had been through 3 years of a whole language approach to teaching reading, which we know nationwide scores drop when students hit the 3rd grade because they don't have decoding skills. I was shocked, I was surprised, I was disappointed that we had not fully equipped these students to be successful in their learning. So I knew then, this is unacceptable. This is totally unacceptable. We have got to start in the foundation, and we've got to equip these students. I went to my principal and I asked permission to teach kindergarten because I knew that I could teach students how to read. And that is where the whole story of the Reading Academy begins. In the past 10 to 20 years in education, we have told teachers to teach from a whole language standpoint. We hand them a basal reader and say, stick to the script. Then we told teachers we'll teach an explicit systematic phonics lesson, but we didn't equip the teachers to do that. Well, we've created a gap because for years and years these teachers were handcuffed to a program, and now they're told to be creative and responsive in your teaching. So that's where the Reading Academy comes in, because we come in and we're filling that gap. We're training teachers, we're inspiring teachers, we're giving them techniques and tools and strategies that they can implement immediately. One of the teachers that just recently visited one of our Sunny Little Corner classrooms came out and she was so excited.
I have used the Sunny Little Corner program since it's been placed in my hand. In the creator's classroom, I've witnessed her students, she's working with kindergartners, I've witnessed them doing handwriting or recognizing those sight words and the letter sounds correspondence, and also developing strong fluency and comprehension skills. So it's a very good curriculum that we can use in all reading literacy areas. And so I'm so excited to implement that into my classroom.
So the Sunny Little Corner is the resource guide of the Reading Academy. It is based off scientific reading research. It has all the components of phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary development, and some wonderful comprehension lessons as well. But in addition to that, we have music, we have poetry, we have chants, rhythms, rhymes, and a lot of movement.
Using music in education is a given when you teach small children. They learn lyrics to music faster than you could teach them sentences on the board. Something about the music catches their attention. It uses all different modes of learning, the visual, the auditory, the kinesthetic. They're able to really make that learning their own. They sing the words later without having to have something written on the board.
Phonics can be kind of laborious for a child, and for them to be able to sing it and write it and speak it and draw it, it's brought so much joy. And when we get out those Sunny Little Corner songbooks in the morning, they are so excited. And I love that as a teacher. We want the children to enjoy their learning, and Sunny Little Corner is perfect for that.
The phonics songs that we sing are all connected with printed work in the Students Reading Club notebook. Sometimes we have students stand up, sing, move, dance, and then they come right back to the Reading Club notebook and they're tracking and reading along to the song. There's a page in the Reading Club notebook where the parents have to sign. It's called the I Practice Every Day page.
The Reading Club notebook itself really helped me to connect with what was going on in the classroom. Starting kindergarten, of course, there's this apprehension with children, but you know, when she got here and got started with the program and the notebook, she got it, you know, and now it's like we can't stop her. It was crazy. She learned so much, so fast from the Reading Club notebook and Sunny Little Corner.
We get comments all the time, how do you get your children writing like that? How is their handwriting looking so perfect? Well, it's not all about handwriting, it's about building these fine motor skills. We're doing sign language, we're doing clapping, we have a little strategy called buzz your finger, buzz your finger. So we're constantly building in those opportunities for fine motor skill development. So we like to say we have some of the strongest fingers.
And it's a reflection because you can see her kindergarten students writing as if they're 1st or 2nd graders.
We have had occupational therapists visit our classroom and become so excited.
The kids get up and move. They are working on all the things that OTs look for with fine motor and gross motor development. They are balancing while they're singing, and they're doing all kinds of hand movements. They are learning how to coordinate their fingers. The Sunny Little Corner not only is teaching them reading, but it's also linking that with fine motor development, which is so important for young children.
Another thing that we do is we focus a lot on pronunciation of your sounds and articulating those words correctly. This is why our ESL teachers love Sunny Little Corner classrooms, because our program, students are talking all throughout the day.
Our students come to us from all kinds of different languages, so they have the challenge of not only learning academic language, but social language as well. Research has proven that students who struggle with oral language will also struggle with reading. They will struggle in their mathematics classrooms and also in science and social studies. And so what the Sunny Little Corner does is it gets every single student talking and developing that oral language. The students are listening to the rhythm of the language, they're listening to vocabulary, they are engaged, they are doing intentional and purposeful movements that are connecting their brains also with their mouths. And when students are talking and engaged, they are learning. And for my ELL students, this is priceless.
It has so many different learning modalities within the program. It's highly successful. You don't have to worry. It is a proven program. These strategies have been implemented for over 20 years and seen nothing but success. I have personally seen schools completely be turned around. I have seen schools make huge gains. In fact, many of the schools that implement these strategies reach their end of the year goals by mid-year. You know, when I look at students who have been involved in a Sunny Little Corner classroom, when I hear children that are so excited they don't want to get on the bus at the end of the afternoon because they're having so much fun, it is extremely rewarding for me as a professional. And I just want to give all these gifts and all these skills and all these talents to your teachers, to your system, to your schools, because I know the difference that it can make. We know when students are up and moving, they're automatically engaged, so your behavior problems diminish. I have had so many administrators, principals, assistant principals, reading coaches come to me and say, once we implemented all these techniques and strategies, our behavior problems went down, learning went up, students were engaged, teachers are even inspired and happier. I've had principals tell me I'm seeing more smiles across my school than I've ever seen in a while. And that's where my inspiration comes from, is because we want to have that ripple effect. If the Reading Academy can come in and inspire your teachers to do a better job, to do a job with passion, excitement, and energy, then we've done our job.